moving into new parameters in your life where that is concerned, and moving into your new month of September where that is concerned, and opening up to the grandness and greatness of self where that is concerned. And in many ways, that is what is transpiring and will be transpiring in your month of September as you move into your month of September, opening new doors to the new where that is concerned, opening new doors in your life. Where what transpired in your month of August, where in many ways it was a respite and a time to recalculate and recalibrate yourself where that is concerned. Many letting go of old attachments to relationships where that is concerned, old definitions to relationships where that is concerned, letting go of old habits, patterns, rituals, and behaviors in relationships where that is concerned, and move through a respite period to see what is transpiring in the first half of the year of 2025 where that is concerned. You're now moving into your month of September, and new doorways are opening where that is concerned. New chapters beginning where that is concerned. As you're closing old chapters tonight, closing old doorways to your life, and in many ways, some are locking those doorways shut where that is concerned. So you've come to an end of a portion or a fragment of the soul divine plan where that is concerned. So as you move through to your the end of your month of August where that is concerned, and into your month of September, and at the beginning of September, you're closing old doorways to the old where that is concerned, old doorways to old habits, patterns, rituals, and behaviors, opening up your heart space to the new where that is concerned, opening up your heart space to, in many ways, try something new as the new you where that is concerned. So what is transpiring, and it is a transition period from the old into the new within yourself. So as you move through your month of August, what was revealed to many are old habits, patterns, rituals, and behaviors that they were perpetrating in old relationships or in relationships where that is concerned. Ancient old habits, patterns, rituals, relationships, and attachments in relationships where that is concerned, in the microcosm of your own personal life where that is concerned. And as that has come to an end, and for many, it is coming to end on this very day of the last day of your month of August where that is concerned, many having aha moments, revelations where that is concerned, moving into a more peaceful place within themselves. Many seeing how they have given up their needs. Many have seen how they're giving themselves away to simply be loved. Many seeing this and realizing that they had not taken care of their needs. Their needs were not met in relationships where that is concerned. This is simply an example of what is transpiring for many in the end of your month of August where that is concerned. And as that revelation transpires, in many ways saying, I now realize the folly of my way. I now realize in many ways in some relationships chasing after what is unavailable. And now realizing the folly of my way, but behind that was the inner work that you've done on fortifying the depth and breadth of you, healing the trauma of the wounded child where that is concerned. And as the old ends in its divine plan, as the old ends in the divine soul plan of your life, as it's supposed to end, you have now fortified yourself with a foundation within yourself that you can now, as the adult, see the ending, feel the ending, and close the door to that. But in order for that to simply take place, you must consciously say, this is the end of that, or I see the folly of my way. I see the old habits, patterns, rituals, and behavior. I see what has transpired. I've seen it more clearly now than I ever have in my human existence on this earthly plane as you move through the evolutionary process of your soul plan where that is concerned. So as you move into your month of September, the first part or the first half of your month of September will be a transition period in many ways. As you have moved for the first half of your year through a great expansion, and then moved into of the month of August as into a contraction, and you moved into the contraction, as we said to you, so you can see what has transpired in your life up until the very moment that the month of July had ended, the accelerated aspects of your third dimensional realm and your world. You're now seeing everything more clearly now that you have taken a respite or took a step back to move within, to see the reality, see where you have grown, see what has transpired. And if many have done that, you are now seeing fully and clearly, more clearly than you ever have, the old habits, patterns, rituals, and in many ways the folly of your way. In many ways, looking at relationships in your vernacular through rose-colored glasses. And now that you have seen that, you are no longer shaming and judging yourself about it. You are simply seeing it as an end. The chapter closing, the door closing behind you. And since you have built the foundation within by healing aspects of the wounded child, being within the trauma of the old, as the end comes, the feelings will come up, but the feelings aren't as deep and dramatic as they would have been if, in fact, you didn't do the work, which is why the work, the inner work, is so important. So as you are now at the precipice, as you move into the month of September, you are ready to transition from the old into the new. There will be many who will realize it, understand it, get it in your vernacular, and slam that door shut. There will be some that will be sitting with it, perhaps processing it, perhaps letting it rush over you, roll over you, move into it, and then gently transition into closing the door. So your first half of September will be a transition period from the old to the new for many. What has transpired for these wonderful and most glorious souls who are moving through this process is a revelation period. A revelation to a new self. A revelation that your needs are as important as anyone's. What about your needs? What do you need? What are your boundaries? How do you feel? What do you need to express? You're letting go that if in fact I speak my truth, I state my needs, I set my boundaries, it will cause conflict with others. That has transpired for many. They're seeing the only conflict was within yourself. The conflict of holding on to that, or the conflict of releasing that. And many are choosing, and it is most important if you so choose, that this is a crucial place in your evolutionary process in this human form. By coming to this realization, and closing the door to the old, whatever that may be for each and every one of you, is a crucial and important step in your evolutionary process in the third dimensional realm, in your soul plan. Because as you close these doors and release this old behavior that no longer serves your highest good, you're moving to another deeper place of self-love. And as these doors close, and as you all know, when these doors close, doors will open after those doors close, opening into the new, a new fortified and powerful you based upon loving, honoring, and valuing who you are. Thus, moving into quite possibly new, healthier relationships based upon what is transpiring right now. So as you move into the beginning of your month of September, you are moving into a crucial period time in the evolutionary process, in your soul plan, in the human form. It is the doors opening to the new. It might happen more quickly for others and not so quickly for others. But as you move to the midpoint of your month of September, that is when the doors will close. And what will happen for many, it is not about you opening new doors. The way in which you will open new doors will be with the new energetic vibration within you after you have released these old habits, patterns, rituals, and behaviors that keep you in attachment to what is transpiring in the third dimensional realm. Keep you attached to the old relationships. It is simply another step into deeply loving, honoring, and valuing you, as if to say, what about me? And as you move into this and release all of that old, you are raising your resonance and vibration. Many are beginning to feel that transition. Many will be moving into a place where their resonance and vibration will be raising, and they will feel that. But it will not be a sudden and momentary raise. It will be a subtle energetic raising as you move through September into the midpoint of September, and then the energy will shift within you. And many are feeling that shift because they have released these aspects of the old and the energetic attachments to all of that. But what it simply is, dear ones, is an energetic shift. It is not so much a shift in your third dimensional realm. It is an energetic shift. An energetic of ending the old. When you end the old and close those doors, you are releasing the old, low, dense, vibrational energy attached to the old habits, patterns, rituals, and behaviors. So it is an energetic shift. I no longer need to perpetrate those old behaviors at a low, dense vibrational energy in the third dimensional realm in old relationships. So as I release those old habits, patterns, rituals, and behaviors, I am also releasing the energy attached to them. The low, dense, vibrational energy attached that keeps you attached to the form of the old relationship. And as you release that and close the door to that, your energy raises and shifts, and you will feel in many ways lighter. But you will feel more powerful, self-assured. You will feel a greater depth of loving, honoring, and valuing you. So as you move through your month of September, from the midpoint to the end of September is when the new behaviors, the new habits, patterns, rituals, the new horizons and what's beyond the door, the new door will open for you. And it is not so much that you will go and open the door. The door will open itself. Quite possibly, the new relationships that you are looking for are on the other side of that doorway, and they will present themselves. What will shift and change is your relationship to the third dimensional realm, because you have shifted and changed the relationship you're having with yourself and raised your resonance and vibration. And as you raise that resonance and vibration, you will no longer be attached to any old, low, dense, vibrational energy of the third dimensional realm. In many ways, what is transpiring in the third dimensional realm outside of yourself, in your corporate systems, your government systems, your political systems, your attachments to that and relationship to that will shift and change. You will begin to see the myths before you. So in many ways, dear ones, this is what you can look forward to as you move through your month of September, move towards the end of your month of September, and move into this great growth period in your soul divine plan.